Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing MLB News number 15. This is going to be my 15th episode on my MLB News series. If you do like this video, hit that like button down below. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree. Let's get started. As we're going to get started here. This is my second time recording this because of technical difficulties. Once again, what's new? There's nothing new going on. So let's just get started here. MLB News number 15. There's been some big news happening, some signings, a few trades. Let's get talking about it. Starting off with Nolan Arenado traded to the Cardinals, starting off with a big piece of news. Nolan Arenado, without a doubt, one of the best players in baseball. I think the best third baseman in baseball. Traded to the Cardinals, a team that I think needed him. Cardinals needed offense, and the Cardinals got offense. Nolan Arenado is going to be a great piece for the offense. Going to be that corner at that bat. Nolan Arenado consistently hits 30, 40 home runs a season. There's going to be some stuff going on with Coors. I'm going to talk about that in just a second here. But, he still has a great glove, too. You might lose Colton Wong for Nolan Arenado. Nolan Arenado is not any worse at all. He's a great glove. Adding this to a Cardinals team that needed offense is going to be great. Now, the biggest question is, how is Nolan Arenado going to, how is he going to do for the Cardinals? How else is he going to do? Just because, he is moving to Busch Stadium, not going to be in Coors Field anymore. So I don't know how that's going to be, just because, it's the ball doesn't fly as much, in St. Louis than it does in Colorado. But Nolan Arenado, he's a good hitter. He consistently hits 40, 30 home runs. I still think he'll do good. It's just, like I said, going to be how well can he do transitioning from Coors to St. Louis. So we'll have to check it out and see how well he does. I think this is a great move, though, for the Cardinals. Put him right in the middle of the lineup. First and third, you have Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado. Maybe move Matt Carpenter to second. Have Paul DeYoung at short, or maybe have Matt Carpenter be your DH. I'm not sure. You can do whatever you want to, Cardinals. Now they just need outfield, because we know that Harrison Bader and Tyler O'Neill, they're not doing too great right now. But we're going to start out next with the Indians. The Indians signed Eddie Rosario. Speaking of outfield, Indians also needed outfield, and they signed Eddie Rosario, an outfielder. And they needed bats, and they got a bat to be in there with Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes. This is going to be a good bat. I think this might be kind of the Francisco Lindor replacement. I would say more of the Carlos Santana replacement than the Francisco Lindor replacement, just because Carlos Santana, I feel like, is a lot more of a power bat like Eddie Rosario. I think this is a good move for the Indians. They need an outfield. And Eddie Rosario is a good hitter. He has a great arm. He brings power to the team, and I think this makes the Indians a better team. It does make them more competitive. I don't think it makes them better than Twins, and I don't think it makes them better than the White Sox, but I think it makes them more competitive. The Indians signed Eddie Rosario. He's going to be a man in that lineup. He's going to be very good. I know, because I'm a Twins fan, and he played with the Twins for however many seasons. He's been on there for a long time, and he was really good against the Indians. He hit all the time in their stadium. He was just a really good hitter. I would say probably one of the best players against the Indians. Only player on the Twins that's better than him is Max Kepler, but we can talk about him another day. Some of you might know the stories about Max Kepler against the Indians. But we're talking about Eddie Rosario here. He signs with the Indians. I think this is a good pickup for the Indians. Getting Rosario, going to be your left fielder, adding outfield, like I said, to their team. Good pickup. Next up, this is kind of not really a signing or a trade, but Dustin Pedroia retires. The Red Sox, they're going into a new era. They won the World Series in 2018. They're going into a new era, bringing up their young guys, Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, Andrew Benintendi. They're bringing up their new guys, Alex Verdugo. I think some of their young guys that are prospects right now are going to be coming up pretty soon, like Bobby Dahlbeck. And I think the Red Sox look good for the future offensively. Dustin Pedroia, a legend, Red Sox legend, going up, those years, 10, 11, 2010, 2011, those years, very, very good. Dustin Pedroia, in his prime, is a really good player for the Red Sox. He does retire. So hopefully he does pretty good throughout his career. So He did very good, though, so we'll have to see what happens with the Red Sox moving forward, moving to a new era of the rebuilding phase. Next up, the Angels acquire Alex Cobb. I think this is, I don't know what move this is. Why did they acquire Alex Cobb? I don't understand. He's another 3 starter. On a good baseball team, Alex Cobb is a number 3 starter. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. The Angels pitchers are all 3 and 4 starters. They're all starters that are just 3 and 4s. There's no 1 or 2 starter. The only guy that you could make an argument is a 2 starter is Shohei Ohtani when he's pitching to his prime, when he's pitching really good. Anybody else, I don't care unless Dylan Bundy can pull off some trickery again for a full season. The Angels don't have a clear number 1. The Orioles, that was their number 1 with John Means, Alex Cobb and John Means, just because they're a bad team. Those pitchers, I mean, they're not, compared to most teams, they're still not bad pitchers, but they're definitely not aces of rotations. I don't know what the Angels are trying to do here. I don't know why they did this. I mean, you're going to be getting rid of a few prospects since you're trading to the Orioles. Why get Alex Cobb? I mean, I guess more depth. I don't know. The Angels need they need an ace. Get an ace. Don't get Alex Cobb. Next up, Phillies signed Didi Gregorius. It's been clear that the Phillies re-signed Didi Gregorius, getting him back in the lineup. I didn't think this was a surprise. Phillies looked like the team last year. They got back Realmuto and they got back Gregorius, the 2 guys on their offense that left. They're bringing back. And, I mean, they added Archie Bradley this year and a few other pieces, but, I mean, good for the Phillies. Does this make them the winner in the division? No. Does it make them the loser in the division? No. I don't know how many times I've said this during videos because it seems like every video there's, like, another move and it's for the National League East. Nobody knows who's going to win the National League East. I mean, well, a lot of people think the Braves is, but I should say this, nobody knows who's going to lose the National League East. You could take a draw. I would say anybody could lose the NL East. Anybody could win the NL East. Really, there's not a team that couldn't. Every team is good in the National League East. There's not a weak team. So, signing Didi Gregorius, trying to stay competitive. I don't know why one of these teams just decides to rebuild, because if they know only, the maximum 3 teams can make it, why don't you just rebuild and wait till the future, wait till the other teams are weaker? I don't know. All the teams in the division are trying to stay competitive, though, right now. The last signing, the Cubs signed Jock Peterson. Good outfielder for them, I guess. I don't know what the Cubs are doing right now. I thought they were rebuilding, and now they signed Jock Peterson. Like, what? I don't know if this is supposed to be like some, just like a a guy to move at the trade deadline. I mean, you have Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, Wilson Contreras, Anthony Rizzo. Why not trade one of those guys that you traded? Yu Darvish. I thought they were rebuilding. I guess not. Maybe this is kind of supposed to counter the Nolan Arenado trade. I don't know. I don't know what the Cubs are doing. Sure, Cubs, sign Jock Peterson. And the last move by today's video, the Blue Jays acquire Steven Matz in a trade. This is just like the Angels. The Blue Jays have a bunch of 3 and 4 starters. I mean, Hyun-Jin Ryu, okay, he's a number 2 at least. But they still need pitching. They need pitching bad. And Steven Matz is not going to be your guy you're going to rely on. I don't know what the Blue Jays are doing. Don't be the Angels. I don't really like